You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. There are a couple things I'm doing in my backyard. So let me think here, how many statues, just garden art in the back. I've got a bronze piece, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 pieces of art in the backyard. It's a half-acre lot, but the backyard we like to entertain. You're overlooking a vista. You got the dells in the background. It's beautiful. I've got 3 pieces in the front yard, and in the back I've got a pond. In the front I've got a fountain. And so right now I am doing a couple things just to ensure these things go through winter and come out well. One, I have sealed all of my concrete statues with a clear sealer. It's like a Thompson water sealer. It just repels the water. I don't want my concrete to take in moisture and then, and then it freezes and thaws and it cracks up my finishes, keeps the paint going. Gives it a gloss, makes them pretty, but I always do this. There's a spray can you get down at any hardware store, go to True Value, Ace, whatever, get a clear spray for concrete, boom. I just spray those on there. And it just makes them go through. I've got some concrete pieces that are 20 years old. They're still beautiful. They still look new because I do this every about now. And then secondly, my ponds and my fountains, I'm only running those when it's not freezing. I don't want icicles forming for the same reason. I don't want ice to break up, and ice destroys things. Where it's just water, no problem. So I like to keep my fountains and ponds running because I'm a bird guy. Remember, I love birds. And so I'm keeping them out there for the birds. Now I do have, I've chosen select varieties or types. So I've got one fountain in the front yard. It's got a big concrete or piece of granite. And then the water feature is actually underground. So it's buried. It looks like this, it's called negative. You don't see the water. You're just seeing the flow. And because the main pool is underground, and the granite comes up and it flows on top and flows down, I don't get freezing. And I have moved that. Generally, I have that coming on first thing in the morning. I like to read the paper. I like to take my iPad and just read the paper out in the front yard. I might or might not have my pajamas on. I don't know. But I'm out there just reading, relaxing. I love the birds, the sound of the water. It's magical. When it's a little chilly, we'll be in the front bedroom, which is kind of a sitting room. And we'll open the window so we can hear the water running. There's something magical about running water. Well, we run those in the morning because I'm in at work at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm up at 6 or 7 reading. I want to read. I want it running then. Right now, I've changed that. I don't want it running when it's freezing, and it can still be freezing at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I've moved all those timers to come on midday. So I've got my front fountain coming on 10 to 2 because rarely is it ever going to be freezing. I can't remember the last time it was freezing cold in the middle of the day, even in January here in Prescott, Arizona. The pond, I'm doing something similar. The pond, I generally will run morning and evening. So I'm out there. The birds love the morning. I have it coming on at 6 o'clock in the morning. I like to sleep with the windows open. And so when I hear that pond running, I go, oh, must be 6. It's almost like an alarm. It's magical. The birds love it. They're singing like crazy. And then at the end of the day, I'll have it running when I get home. So I don't have it running 24/7 just for me. I don't know. I'm trying to save water, energy. Why run it when I'm not out there? I'm working during the day. And so I run it when I am enjoying it. What I've done is I've changed, again, the pond to run when it's not freezing. So that pond will freeze over solid, like ice, solid on it. You could almost walk on it. That's not good for ponds. Again, ice destroys things. So it pushes out on the edges. It takes the skimmer box and gets in there and just causes grief. So what I've done there is I will move the timer so it runs middle of the day. 10 to 2 is perfect. The water's warm. It actually breaks up the ice. It helps melt it. But in addition to my ponds, they make what's called a pond heater. It's a floating rock, basically. Why a rock floats, I have no idea, but it's cute. You can't tell. They've got stock tank heaters, which looks like hardware all they do is wrap a stock tank heater in plastic so it looks more formal, like a rock is sitting there in the middle of the pond. I keep it next to my skimmer just so there's no ice that ever forms. It doesn't keep the entire pond from freezing. It keeps a hole open, so the whole thing, so that it's not solid ice all the way across there. My birds can get to the water, and if you've got fish, it allows the toxic stuff that kind of builds underneath the ice, lets it out. And I noticed there's a halo effect that keeps my skimmer from freezing solid. So the skimmers where you hold the pumps, all the expense of a pond is in the skimmer, if you have a skimmer. So I've got my big old 1/2 horsepower motor there, and then it floats up to the waterfall that floats down here. It's a cycle. So I put my pond heater right there. I have actually put that on there. It's thermostatically controlled. So it only comes on if it senses the water is about to freeze. I think it comes on at like 38 degrees. So it's not on all the time, but it floats there all the time. So those two things, adjust things. Now, so for fountains that are formal out there exposed in the open, I think I would drain and cover my concrete fountains like in the middle of the driveway. Mine are underground, they're protected, or they're ponds that are more protected. Those are things I'm doing for mine. I've done that this week. I think it might help you if you've got those yourself. Be right back.
The holidays are here in Arizona's Christmas City, bringing family closer and those chilly winter winds.
While you're decorating the outside, don't forget to brighten up the inside with exotic Christmas plants from Waters.
Beautiful Christmas cactus and poinsettia are coming to town, grown exclusively by Waters in colors you won't find anywhere else.
Unique, vibrant, and guaranteed to warm even the dreariest winter day.
Check your list twice for exotic Christmas plants at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.